My name is Patrick Rogers. I'm a 24-year-old Torontonian living in Ottawa, and I am Canada's next great Prime Minister. I stand here today asking you to join me as I call on all Canadians to keep the promises that they make to one another. While I have a simple motto, I have one promise in mind that makes this issue complicated to say the least, and controversial to some. I point to our most famous list of promises and commitments, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, specifically Section 2A, which states freedom of conscience and religion. No asterisks, no brackets, no footnote. But there are examples, recent examples, which point to the fact that we do not have substantive religious freedom. The next great Prime Minister will set out to grab Canadians and convince them that by putting more emphasis on freedom of rather than freedom from religion, we will strengthen the Canadian mosaic. Before I go further, I'd like to add some context to this argument. I am not religious, but I'm not anti-religious, and I believe in anyone's right not to believe. But what I do believe in is that our ability to respect one another despite having different religious beliefs or lack of beliefs is fundamental to equality and the Canada that we believe in. Because to some, friends, neighbors, co-workers, bosses, and strangers, religion is at their very core. It can be a guiding light. It can be a source of support in tough times or a doctrine for day-to-day life. When we find true equality while holding different beliefs, we will have fulfilled a truly great Canadian promise. And this brings me to Aéroville. The code of life set out by town councillors is an affront to what it means to be Canadian, even though their original intention was to protect our values. It is simply xenophobic. It proves how little contact the councillors have ever had with Canada's immigrant population. The creators of the Code of Life and their supporters speak in terms of us and them, as if we deserve more respect and they must earn it. It is simply wrong. There will be times when religious freedom needs to be weighed against other rights. In these cases, it will take a skilled judicial hands to explain clearly why an act must be adapted. The court ruling that forced a Sikh teenager to place his kirpan in a protective sheath and bury it under layers of clothing is one such decision that I believe requires greater honesty. While I believe the result to be fairly reasonable, I take aim at the court and its supporters who claim that the solution allowed for both complete freedom of religion and for the public safety. Being told how to practice your religion is not the same as being able to celebrate it freely. The court may have come to the correct conclusion, as I do not believe in usurping the criminal code or the protection of others in the name of religion, but it is dishonest of the court to pretend that mandating an expression is the same as freedom. Freedom is the goal and not the only consideration, but the clearer our courts are, the greater substantive equality that will flow. Lastly, roughly a year ago, a girl wearing hijab was told that she could not play competitive soccer. Some pointed to safety as a reason for her exclusion, while others pointed to the FIFA rulebook. The rules of a game should not trump someone's beliefs in Canada. And I, as Prime Minister, would stand in support of that girl and anyone else who is being barred participation in anything because of his or her faith. I understand that with these three examples that I have opened the door to criticism. Why would I pick this topic? What will stop someone from abusing my views? What about safety, women's rights, and Canadian values? Some will claim that I'm walking a slippery slope, while others still will claim that I am opening Pandora's box, and one day they will have more rights. And this is my response. This speech does not open the door to extremism, nor the slippery slope argument. It is a call for equality. This speech protects those who believe without being compared to extremists, and it allows everyone to celebrate their religion without needing to make excuses for others' outcasts. Today, I turn the tables on us and them. Join me and we will become us. We will get it. And we will respect each other, defend religious freedom, and thus equality. While they, those who challenge my motives, play the slippery slope card and oppose any more accommodation, are called what they deserve to be called: roadblocks to equality, collaborators with the intolerant, and accessories to hatred. Join me, and we will make Canada the free and equal place that we want it to be, that we believe it to be, and then we will include everyone.